Hey guys, what's going on? It's Neil for Carlight Cleanup. Say, I am going to make some changes because some of the wet, dry sanding discs that I've been using, I don't think they're really of the quality that they need to be. So if you see those wet sand discs on my website, as far as ordering the tools that you need, I probably don't recommend ordering those. I'm going to take those down because it's just stuff that's from China. Um, and I ordered those from what I thought was someone here in the United States, which probably is, but he's drop shipping that stuff from China. And I'm just finding that, just the grit, the sanding grits on those products just is not as good. The quality is not as good as what some of the other sanding disc brand that you'll see, like 3M. 3M is top notch. I don't recommend, these foam sanding discs that you might see on eBay. A lot of those 3-inch sanding discs, that stuff is from China, and the quality of it is just junk. So I don't recommend it. So I'm actually having to just go down to Home Depot, find the grit size that I need of the wet dry sanding paper, and I'm going to customize some wet dry sanding disc with those. So and I'll make it available on this website because it is tough trying to find the right size disc, the 3-inch disc, with all the grit size that you need. And not only that, the quality of the grit. And so that's my issue right now. And so, like I say, I'm going to take those down off my tools page. So please don't order those. And another news bulletin I really want to bring to your attention is that you're getting a lot of these 2012, 2013 vehicles that are now coming into play that needs headlight restoration. And they are different from the headlights prior to 2010, probably up to 2010. A lot of those are polycarbonate. And of course, the polycarbonate plastic, they yellow. I mean, you know those, they yellow. And when you wet sand those and polish them and put the UV coating on them, they're great. They turn out beautiful. But you get a lot of these 2012, 13 vehicles now. And what it really is clear coat. You'll see the oxidation of it. It's not yellow, but you'll see the clear coat on it as it starts to flake and just kind of get frosty like at the top. Those are a different story. They take probably 2, 3 times as long to service. And the thing with those is you have to remove the whole clear coat. And that's what'll take you time. You got to remove that whole clear coat. And you have to use a lower grit, probably a 300 to 400 grit to remove that whole coat. Now I've seen some videos, they did it dry, but I still recommend that you do it wet sand because it's just hideous when you do it dry. But nonetheless, that's what's going on with some of these modern cars that are 2012, 2013 and newer. Um, so when they oxidize, if you choose to service those, uh, and if you try to treat them like polycarbonate plastic, it's going to be like sanding on marble countertops. That stuff is tough. You have to use a lower grit to get that clear coat off. Now, in some cases, the clear coat will still be fabulous in the middle section, and down toward the bottom is just the top. So you'll probably just be able to service that top area and just do a patchwork on that. But oftentimes you'll see the clear coat. It'll be frosted and chipped at the top, but you'll see specks of the defects in the rest of it. You got to take the whole coating off, and then you have to apply clear coat to it. And so if you're not ready for those situations, and you think you can service it just like you might do a regular polycarbonate plastic that yellows, um, you're going to be in for a treat. And it's going to shock you, and it can frustrate you, and you can really just be caught in a situation where how come the headlights didn't turn out great, and I mean, there'll be a combination of things, the quality of your sandpaper, your wet dry sand disc, and just that type of headlight that you're servicing, because it's a clear coat. It's not like the other headlights. And the clear coat that they put on these modern cars nowadays, you'll see a lot of it on pickup trucks. They're a lot thicker and they are tough. And that's why you got to deal with a lower type grit to get that off aggressively. And so it's going to take twice, perhaps 3 times long to service those. So you might want to really consider your pricing that you're charging on those. I know some services will charge about $100. You might be more aggressive on your price of $150, because taking off that clear coat, and you have to make sure all of it's off. It's going to take time. But then when you put the clear coat back on it properly, it's going to be great. But you'll have to really recognize that situation and charge the appropriate price. So I'll probably do a training video on that. I have to update my equipment to deal with those type of headlights. So I'll be dealing with those later. But right now I'm gonna stick with the vehicles that I know that are polycarbonate and I can service those. But vehicles with the clear coat, pickup trucks are notorious. Basically, if you're not ready for that, any client call you and they say they have a pickup truck, don't do it. Wait till you're ready for that. But anyway, there are some YouTube videos out there in removing clear coat and then replacing it. So you might want to check those out. I've been checking them out myself. I'm still learning myself, even though I've been doing this for nearly 5 years. But as newer vehicles are starting to show up with oxidation issues, you really have to learn how to treat those as well. Okay, so there are guys on the forefront that's doing that. I'm not on the forefront of everything. Okay, like you, I'm still learning. I'm not a know-it-all. But I'm just bringing this to your attention if you have not yet run into those situations, and if you have, and you wonder what the world's going on, that's why I'm letting you know. Okay, so just be aware of that. These modern cars, 2012 and newer, they got that hard clear coat stuff on there, and just beware of it. You see it and you're not ready for it, don't do it. Okay, just do your homework, reskill yourself in servicing those. Find them, learn it first. Find a friend's vehicle that that you can try it on his. Get the practice in on people that you're a friend to, your relatives. And then when you do theirs right, and then when you service clients that you don't know, you'll get those right. You won't have, bad feelings. There won't be no queasy moments. Alrighty. So this Neil, just keeping it real. Wish you guys success in your headlight mobile business. Catch you next video.